You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, anytime I see anybody take some shots at the NFL, there's a good chance I'm going to do a video, whether it's Roger Goodell or just the NFL in general, the league, and some of its hypocrisy. And we've got two Steelers here, and you guys know we cover the Steelers a lot on this channel. So we're going to talk about this because that's exactly what we got. And one of these issues is all wrapped around the NFL and its hypocrisy. We heard so much about, oh my God, health and safety of the players. After the whole concussion, the CTE thing came out, and it cost the NFL almost $1 billion. But we got a Steelers player, a damn good one, Cam Heyward, coming out and ripping the NFL over its scheduling. And it's because, hey, you keep talking this shit about how much you want the players to be safe, but you're scheduling a shit ton of Thursday and Saturday games. And we all know it's BS. Look, again, the NFL continues to say it won't play on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day next year. Really? You're going to let the NBA have all of that real estate when you proved you could play that schedule and work it out during the pandemic? I'm not so sure about that. We will see by the time we get around to scheduling time if the NFL holds that, because they know we throw a game, say at 3 o'clock on Christmas, it's 30 million people if it's the right teams. All right? And owners, they want that money. I don't blame them. I mean, I'm a capitalist. I'm all for making that money. But it does show, hey, I mean, they even alter outcomes of NFL games based on penalties and such that's supposed to be around health. Okay. I mean, I get it. I get Cam Heyward's issue here because the hypocrisy of it is, well, BS. It is. And we got George Pickens, who, as we know, has roared the last couple of games. He's actually responded. He's actually showed up. We're talking 2 games ago, 4 catches, 195, 7 catches, 131 in the last game. That game against the Bengals, he had 2 touchdowns. Just so happens, ever since Mason Rudolph took over, George Pickens seems kind of happy. A little strange how that works sometimes. On Cam Heyward's Not Just Football podcast, damn, everybody's got a podcast, so do we, Black and White Network, go subscribe. Available wherever fine podcasts are available. Heyward dove into this odd scheduling, and to say the least, he's not too happy about the NFL scheduling Steelers games in the back half of the season. Quote, okay, one thing I want to bring up, though, that's kind of ticked me off in December, we've played 3 Saturday games, and we're going to have played 3 Saturday games and a Thursday game, Heyward said. We talk so much about player safety and player health, right? ? We've literally decreased our chance to recover game to game for an entire month. Well, wait a minute. If it's a Saturday to Saturday game, yeah, okay. That is just kind of shocking when you think about it. We're trying to make strides in protecting the body. We're trying to make strides in keeping quarterbacks upright. But damn, like you're taking away a recovery day that we've had almost every week throughout September, October, and November, and then we get to December because we're trying to sell tickets and we're trying to push the streaming to another level. You know you're screwing us in the process. This isn't the first time that the Steelers have criticized the NFL schedule. Patrick Peterson spoke out before the season in May about playing 2 Thursday night football games. That did not go over well with him or many of the veterans, and this wonky scheduling seems to be something that these veterans do not understand, given the emphasis on player health that the NFL preaches. Well, they're hypocrites. I mean, that's why it doesn't make sense. The NFL doesn't care. The NFL doesn't care because they know Saturday they've got a Steelers game and a nationally followed team. Okay, there's about 5 really nationally followed teams in the NFL. The Steelers are one of those teams, And the Ravens, and I understand the Ravens are going to set some starters and this and that and the other, but the Steelers are fighting for their playoff lives. So that game's going to be watched by, 20 million people? Probably. Somewhere in that range. No college football. It's going to draw a real rating. And that's why the NFL's doing it. They want that television buck. Make no mistake. Roger Goodell wants that television buck. These owners don't give a rip about these players' safety. They don't. And they're paying them a lot of money, and I get it. I've got no issues with these players having to play, but I do understand calling out the hypocrisy of we're going to preach, health, and then next thing you know, you're playing. A shortened schedule, a shortened recovery schedule. It's bullshit. I mean, we know it. We know it. We get it. So, George Pickens, he's pissed. And he's pissed because he did not make the Pro Bowl. This is Steelers Depot. The other one was Steelers Now. A couple of good sites. George Pickens has come on strong and had a productive second NFL season. One that he thinks was worthy of the Pro Bowl. In a late-night Instagram story, Pickens sent out a photo of a mostly black screen, but with the words, F the Proud Bowl, ass league, in the bottom left-hand corner. What? I mean, were you, who knows? I mean, talk English, please. Pickens was not one of the three Steelers selected to head to Orlando. The Pro Bowl's a joke. I absolutely hate the fact that they're no longer playing a game, and if they played the game, they're no longer actually trying. The Pro Bowl used to be a big deal 20 years ago. T.J. Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick, and Miles Killebrew were the three selected at wide receiver in the AFC. Pickens lost out to Miami's Tyreek Hill. Okay, that's a good pick. Cleveland's Amari Cooper, another good pick. L.A.'s Keenan Allen. And Cincinnati's Jamar Chase. So, here's the thing. I went to look, okay? And here's his stats right here for the season. He's 63 for 1140 and 5 touchdowns. Now, the Steelers are trying to make the playoffs, and the team is more relevant right now than, obviously, the L.A. Chargers, who've been out of it for weeks and fired their coach, and they're a dumpster fire, all right? However, so I went over and I pulled up Keenan Allen, and I was like, well, shit. I mean, there's no way in hell with these statistics. And, man, people don't realize Keenan Allen has had a really good career. I pulled these statistics up, and I'm like, you can't take Keenan Allen. 108 catches and 1,243 yards and 7 TDs. There's just no way. I mean, you got 2 more TDs, 100 more yards, and 40 more catches. And I understand George Pickens is obviously, he's got an 18.1 yards per catch average, and that's unbelievable. It's crazy good. But you can't pull Keenan Allen off that team with those kind of numbers, I don't think, for George Pickens. Some people probably disagree with that, but the numbers are the numbers, all right? The statistics are the statistics. If you want to argue which team has, more validity and should they focus on teams that are, still in the hunt, still in the playoff hunt, I think ultimately the Steelers are going to figure out a way to get in this thing. I think there's just too many scenarios when I look at them that they could sneak in. It all depends. I mean, Mason Rudolph could come back to earth this weekend and look like a backup quarterback. Chris Sims argued that Kenny Pickens would have had 2 straight huge games. I don't know about that. I just doesn't. And again, I was a Kenny Pickett guy, but it feels like Kenny Pickett is moving very quickly towards a new team, I believe. Anyway, tell me what you think. Should George Pickens be in or Keenan Allen be out, and Keenan Allen be out? And we know Roger Goodell is BS on the health anyway. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.